आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने. I welcome you all to our today's session on the occasion. Yeah, we are celebrating Ram Navami, that is coming on 10th of April, but tuning ourselves for these 9 days to remember the Lord and His glorious pastime and great personalities whom we can remember and yeah, um, engage ourselves in understanding their glories, their greatness, and what we can take from this so that our life is blessed by associating with Sri Ramayana, Rama Leela for some time. Yeah. So yesterday we were discussing about the glories of Hanumanji, who is had a great longing for nothing other than hearing, hearing to the glories of Lord Ramachandra and the holy name of Lord Ram being sung wherever one takes to the name of Lord Ram. Hanumanji is personally present there, and he is um, blessed by the Lord. He is pleased by the Lord, you know, for granting such a boon that he want nothing but only hearing Ramakatha, Rama Leela, wherever, everywhere, in every yuga. Today we are going to spend some time to understand the glories of Kirtanam. Yeah, we know that in this Srimad Bhagavatam, where we have this reference of Prahlad Maharaj is saying, yeah, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam, yeah, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. Yeah, iti pumsarpita Vishnu bhaktischan navalakshanaha. Nine qualities. Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha. Yeah, Adha means faith. If one develops strong faith and engages oneself in the devotional service, tanmanye adhitam uttamam. What is the best thing is to engage oneself, spend his life in engaging in one of these processes of devotional service. Yeah, and Shravanam, yeah, we see from the Padyavali, we take this reference that Sukadev Goswami was the one who had uh, made his life perfect by the process of engaging in Kirtanam. Yeah, we know that Parikshit Maharaj was in the made his life perfect uh, by Shravanam. uh, and this pair of Sukadev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, yeah, it's a very nice combination. One is reciting, one is kirtan. Kirtan itself means to praise, to glorify. Kirt, kirti is fame. So when such a kirtan is glorification of the Lord is performed, and when some is blessed to hear, then both, yeah, such a kirtaniya, one who is reciting the names of the Lord and who is hearing, both are blessed. Hmm. So in that connection, we see that Sukadev Goswami attained perfection. Yeah. Um, and then simply by reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Of course, we know that he is a great personality. He is an ascetic, and he is beyond the modes of material nature influence. Uh, but he he is mm, perfect Bhagavata. What does that mean? One who is glorifying the Bhagavan in every sphere and to everyone in everywhere, every place. Yeah, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives Tatya. The word Shravana refers to giving oral reception. This we know. Hmm? And then what is about kirtan? Yeah, it is about in order to have, one should memorize, yeah, and then repeat them. So what is happening when one is hearing to the glories of the Lord or hearing to the holy name of the Lord? Then what should be the process next is to engage ourselves in vibrating the names of the Lord. And through that vibration of the holy name of the Lord, what is happening is that, as yesterday we were discussing, then our heart is cleansed. When the heart is cleansed, then we will have more taste for the holy name. And when we have more taste for the holy name, then we start developing a meditative approach of understanding the Lord and engaging in his kirtan. Yeah, and then this kirtan goes forever. And then this is the process. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, uh, um, Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Not just ordinary victory, not just a kind of okay success, ultimate success. If we want to have ultimate success in our life, yeah, then what is the best thing is kirtan, Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. So by chanting the name of the Lord, by glorifying or taking the glories of Lord Sri Krishna, when one engages in this process, then one attains param vijayate, vijay, yeah, ultimate success. Yeah. So in that we understand, see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given such a easy way. Yeah. Of course, coming from Indian background or Vedic background, we may see that there are so many rituals, so many yagnas and kritis and everything, nishthas and so many things are there. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has inaugurated this Sankirtana movement, and what is to be done? One chants loudly the holy name. And through this chanting process, what happens, he began this all over the world. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised that one takes this humble mood. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishna amanina mananena kirtaniya sadahari. So when we know that kirtan is such a powerful instrument, how long can we engage in such a kirtan? Yeah. So it is very difficult for us. Yeah, we see ourselves that even to do a proper japa, yeah, to do a kirtan for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours becomes quite challenging. How can we how can we come to a stage where this kirtan can go on and on and on? That can happen when our heart is cleansed. And when our heart is cleansed, we get the understanding that there is no other business in this world, in this life, other than engaging ourselves in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hmm? And then at the moment, because we have so many upadhis, so many identities, that's why we consider ourselves different, and we think we are qualified for everything, and then but we are not more than a humble servant of the Lord. When we come to this point, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna, we should have the patience greater than a tree, and humbleness compared to a blade of grass. And when that happens, then the Kirtaniya Sadahari, then we will not feel fatigued, we will not feel the botherings of anything around us, and we engage ourselves in the chanting of the holy name and the glories of the Lord. Like Parikshit Maharaj was hearing constantly for 7 days, and then Sukadeva Goswami was also speaking. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, Harika Mata, you may say, right? For hearing is very easy, but speaking takes a lot of energy and to be very, very active. We see that Sukadeva Goswami was very fluently, this nectar of Kathamrit was flowing from Sukadeva Goswami. It is said that this Bhagavatam itself is very sweet, but when it is flowing from the mouth of Sukadeva Goswami, then it's becoming even more that we can relish. And in that, in the same lines, yeah, when we see from the Bha- uh, from Rama Leela, yeah, Yesterday we were seeing that Hanumanji is for Shravanam, and for Kirtanam it is Valmiki. Just like here in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see that one who is speaking, Sukadeva Goswami, uh, who is speaking this, is perfected his life by engaging in this process of Kirtan, and then Parikshit Maharaj was hearing, and he perfected his life in through the process of hearing. Yeah, here we see the same. Yeah, Valmiki ji. Yeah, Sri Valmiki um, had. Yeah, if yeah, you may have read or heard in Rama Raksha Stotram. There is this, right? So, yeah, Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam. Yeah, Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Yeah. So, so Valmiki ji has presented uh, the Rama Katha, Kathamrit, yeah, the Leelas of Shri Ramachandra, yeah, in such a great way, yeah. But before that, let's try to understand who is Valmiki ji. Yeah, we know this short. In short, I'll cover that Valmiki ji. Before he was a hunter. Yeah, he was a hunter called Ratnakar, and what his activities were, yeah, typically to hunt animals and then carry them, bring home, and then arrange, yeah, food. And then that's how he was maintaining his livelihood. He was maintaining his family. And then this Ratnakar was also like he was a thief, where he was seeing if someone is going, he used to stop them, rob them, and in that way he used to, uh, in all kind of these kind of sinful activities, he was engrossed. And yeah, we can also see sometimes, yeah, isn't it that yeah, in one way or the other, we are also thieves. We are stealing. Yeah, we are also stealing. Of course, not like here Ratnakar, who was quite open to see the activities are quite open. But what we are stealing, yeah, we are stealing. We are, because of our hmm, greed, because of our envy, and what we are doing is sometimes we are taking the path of adharma, and then we are also yeah, just like if we see that who is Ravan. Yeah, he stole Mother Sita. Yeah, and yeah, m- m- if we are not careful, yeah, there is this propensity is there to cheat. Yeah, and in that propensity of cheating, yeah, we commit sinful activities. So here, similarly, Ratnakar, he was, yeah, enjoying life. He was enjoying life, and by killing animals, by robbing people, and then he came across Narada Muni once. And when he came across Narada Muni, yeah, he wanted to see if he can Narada Muni can give him something. But when Narada Muni was there, Ratnakar was going, and suddenly he saw, and then Ratnakar wanted to Hmm. Go again, I mean, go away in his hunting, but Narada Muni was very looking very special to him, and then he was curious to see who are you, and then Narada Muni exchanged some conversation with him, and in this conversation, then he came across um, very important questions. Yeah, Narada Muni, he was asking, where are you going? What are you doing? Typically, like then we will say in our own life also we say, you know what, I am so and so, I am doing business or I am working there, and uh, is it correct, ethical? Yeah, we justify. Similarly, Ratnakar also started justifying. Yes, of course. I'm doing all this for my family, for my wife, my father, mother. I'm taking care of them. And but then Narada Muni gave him further explanation that what you are doing is a sinful activity. Now, can you check if your family is ready to share the sins that what you are doing, the reactions, what you will be going to get? And he said, of course, why not? Yeah, he was having full confidence, but when he went home, he was shocked. He was shocked to know that neither his wife nor his parents were interested to part with his sins. They simply said, "Hey, it is your responsibility, it is your duty to fulfill your duty. You are doing this. You are not doing a great favor for us." So, in that way, it was a mind blowing moment for Ratnakar. And then what to do? Yeah, he realized what as we do so many things with out of love. And here Ratnakar was also doing all these things out of love, but he came to know that no, this is they are not going to share his sins, and he is doing everything, and then he is the one who is going to suffer. And then he came back running, and he was crying. He was not in a position to be controlled. He was uh, he was completely lost. And then Narad Muni, when he came, Narad Muni said him, okay, just see, that is a reality. And yeah, with that, Narad Muni consoled him and he advised him what to do. And then he became, when he was advised to do the uh, purification, yeah, why purification is very much needed when we commit all these sins. Yeah, there is no way. Yeah, except to take to the holy name of the Lord, and the chanting of the holy name is so powerful that everything is cleansed. One is cleansed from all kinds of sinful activities, sins, and everything. So he took to the chanting, but when he was chanting, yeah, to even to chant the holy name of the Lord. Yeah, for him, Ratnakar was not able to mm, feel a difference, feel a change. Yeah, he was not able to properly chant. And then when the Narad Muni next he visited, he then told, yeah, don't worry, chant Mara, 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 Mara. And then when he was doing so many times, then he got cleansed, because in that Mara, 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 he was then chanting Rama, Rama, Rama. And in that way, he got purified, and he got so much purified that he became completely saintly person. Yeah. And what is the connection of this to Ramayana? Huh? That the connection is that when um, I mean, and we also know why he is called Valmiki, because when he was doing all this, then there was a big ant house or ant uh, built around him, covered him. So when he came out, because that vibration of his chanting was going and going and going, and then they came to know there is a person who is indeed inside covered by this. And then when he came out, then they started calling him Valmiki. Yeah, Valmiki. So we were talking about that Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam. So now how let's understand how such a purified personality, a Muni, yeah, has taken up to this task of Kirtan of Ram. Yeah, here is Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam. Yeah, and that is also he he didn't go through all this. What is it called? Grammar classes of Sanskrit lessons, or gone to universities or nothing. Uh, but what happened is that he, in this process of chanting, becoming purified by chanting the name of Lord Ram, what happened is he got empowered. Let's try to understand how he got empowered, and why did he take up to this process of writing, or even yeah, doing this kirtan of Ramakatha. Yeah, so in that, yeah, so what happened is that um, he was blessed by the association of whom? Of Narada Muni, his guru. One fine day, what happened is Valmiki Muni asked Narada that I really want, yeah. So um, in all, so he was saying that I have a question. So he was saying that he said, yeah, who is a great who is a hero? So This is the question that Valmiki Muni asked Narada Muni. Yeah. And then his question invoked great compassion in Narada Muni's heart. Yeah. Uh, and then when this question came, then immediately it stirred uh, a kind of a heaviness inside his heart, just like when we insert a what do you call churning stick inside a pot deep, and then you start churning. So that experience, yeah, this question has triggered a great emotional churning inside Narad Muni's heart. It was not just a casual question. Huh? Who is a hero? And then Valmiki Muni, he even asked further, yeah, to be very clear, no ambiguity. So he asked that, is there a person in this world, hmm, who is full of good virtues and is at the same time, I mean, having virtues is good thing, but is he also powerful? Is he also grateful? Is he also truthful? Is he determined and also compassionate? Huh? Is there a person who displays exemplary conduct, and works for good of all? Is wise, is competent beyond doubt, and good looking? Uh, is there a person who is self satisfied? Yeah, so this is what he's saying. A definition of hero is not like having muscles, or a son of a rich family, or a very hardworking person. Yeah. So Valmiki Muni is asking, is there as a person who is self-satisfied, who has control over his anger, whose beauty just by seeing him spells over everyone. So they cannot move their eye after having caught up the darshan of that such a hero, uh, who is free from envy, whose courage never fails him. So is Hare Krishna, is internet good? I don't know.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Are you able to hear? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, we can hear Prabhuji.
Yeah. So in that way, he is asking such a valuable question. Yeah, he want to know, right? We also, in other words, it's like, who is God? Yeah, if one is a devotional person, he would ask this because he would see that God might be the one who is such a hero. But here, Valmiki Muni asked Narad Muni that who is a hero and who fits into this whole combinations. And then with this question, Narad Muni, yeah, he went into a trance because he could simply recollect. It's not that he didn't had an answer. He said, "Give me some time," because it reminded him Narada Muni was going through a smaran of uh, Lord Ramachandra. Yeah. So Narada Muni slowly opened his eyes and he told to Valmiki ji that there is a hero, that there is a hero who fits your equation, who fits, yeah, what you are sorting out. There is only one who possessed all these qualities, was none other than Lord Rama. Hmm? So in that way, he has provided. And then Narada Muni asked, yeah, can you tell me more? Sorry, Valmiki Muni asked Narada Muni, can you tell more about that hero? I want to know more about him. And then Narada Muni was greatly excited, with great emotion. He started narrating whole Ram Katha, whole Ramayana. He spoke the whole entire Ramayana to Valmiki, the whole saga of Lord Ram. What to to and then what was said was in 92 verses. uh, the whole essence of Ramayana was said in 92 verses, and which was later narrated by Valmiki ji in 24,000 verses. So That is the potency. So Narad Muni has given a theme, a cream, and everything to Valmiki Muni. Being Valmiki Muni, his disciple, accepted him as his guru, and then after narrating everything, then he left. When Narad Muni left, um, yeah, and then Valmiki Muni, he had great respect to Narad Muni. Yeah, every time, whenever he came, he always gave him a direction, a purpose, and a goal. Yeah, and in this case, what happened? Yeah, first of all, he has purified him. Yeah, he came out from all the sinful activities, and then he was empowered. Huh? And the question that he asked was not an ordinary question. This is the way how we have to approach our spiritual master, and we have to seek his guidance of what we can do. Yeah, when we have questions, so that that inspires. And the spiritual master, who is an apt spiritual master, what he gives is he gives a vision, what the disciple should do. And here Narad Muni has given Valmiki Muni a vision. Yeah, the question was perfect, and the vision given was by Narada Muni was perfect. Yeah, and uh, Valmiki was, yeah, he was blessed, and Valmiki decided to take a bath. After Narada Muni left, when he went to take a bath, then um, he went to this river Tamasa. Yeah, in that river, along with his disciples. Uh, as he stepped into the river, it seemed that water pooling there was dirty. Yeah, so in that way, then he came out. He didn't take. Yeah, um, uh, he said to Bharadwaj Muni. He said, "The river is like the mind of a noble man, hmm, free from filth of craving." Yeah, we see the water is very pure. It is clean. Yeah, and it is calm and radiates happiness all around. Just that's why people want to go close to the nature. They want to go to see the river side. Huh? Um, yeah. So Valmiki, when he saw, then he saw, he came across a vision where there were two croucher birds. Yeah, when they were engaging in pleasure, at that time suddenly an arrow came and hit. Uh, Suddenly, an arrow from the sky, uh, um, and um, like like how the words of cruel men, we don't expect them to come. Yeah, we don't know when they come, but unexpectedly they come. Similarly, this arrow somehow came from sky, and it just um, killed, yeah, instantly the bird. And what happened? Then the female bird was going through great pain in agony, and that pain of that bird touched the heart of Valmiki Muni. And when Valmiki Muni um, got completely disturbed, then he started saying, "Oh, unfortunate hunter, because you have killed this male bird and separated it from its female, you will also go through such situation at your uh, in your life. Let that inauspiciousness befall also on you." Of course, what I said, um, um, yeah, were very normal English words, but Valmiki ji, unknowingly, unexpectedly, anticipated, he spoke in perfect Sanskrit, in a right tempo, right meter, and of course he didn't realize. And after that, yeah, Valmiki realized that did he speak? What I mean, if one has is disturbed, that cannot have such an extreme reaction. How can one curse out of anger? But this cursing also was um, very perfect in its own cursing. Yeah, uh, but of course it's not so great about how one curses someone, how one disturbs someone, how one gives troubles to someone. Perfection is not appreciated there. And one who is genuine, who is humble, and a muni, a sage, a ascetic, what he will feel, he laments. So in this case, he was Valmiki ji was also lamenting for what has happened. Yeah, so he was Valmiki tried to remember the exact phrasing of his curse, and as he recalled, his lips curled into smile. Now, because uh, um, he realized that something mystical had occurred. He was never a poet. He didn't even realize that he was a poet. The Sanskrit curse was in fact a rhyme in perfect meter and tune, perfect in every way, and the curse could be set to a music. Huh? Notwithstanding the meaning, the composition was unique and perfect. And Bharadwaj, until now, who was very silent, noticed how his spiritual master's emotion had um, have changed it from a very heavy, morose mood to a delightful mood. Hmm? So then Valmiki asked if he had noticed that his curse was perfect poetry. And Bharadwaj Muni also said yes. And then, captivated by this unexpected brilliance, Valmiki continued with his bath, and then he was thinking all the time, and then uh, he could not fathom what curse verse meant. He was just thinking, yeah, but why such a yeah, if someone is upset, a curse can be a simple thing, but here because it came unexpectedly, but that too in a very poetic way, in a very perfect way, huh? um, he was baffled and uh, he was surprised and he was helpless to understand um, uh, the thoughts that keep on coming. Why did this come without? Yeah, it came as an instinct. What do you call? Yeah, instinct. Yeah. So, but in that dilemma, when he was there, hmm, then Lord Brahma was standing, uh, and at the ashram gate of Valmiki Muni. Yeah, and all of a sudden, when Valmiki noticed Brahmaji, then he immediately rushed to the spot. He welcomed him, and uh, yeah, Valmiki wondered to what first of all, he was already helpless to understand what has happened when he did a curse, yeah, and that to that way, and now Brahmaji is there. Hmm? Brahmaji had appeared for his own accord at Valmiki ji, so it's not. Um, um, eh, um, Valmiki very well knew that Lord Brahma is a controller. Yeah. So, and such a personality has come, yeah, and uh, so he was asking whatever the reasons. Valmiki was overjoyed to see Brahma coming, and he went with great respect and obeisances. He welcomed into his ashram, and then uh, hmm, Brahma, yeah. Now, after offering seat and giving everything, then Brahma revealed the real purpose of his visit. He was just saying that the curse you uttered this morning is actually a verse because I wanted these words to spill out of your mouth. So here is saying that it is not that Valmiki's intention that made this verse come out of his mouth, but it was the controller, universal controller. Yeah, Brahmaji made it flow from his mouth. I wanted these words to spill out of your mouth in the manner they did. I want you to render the entire saga of Lord Ram, which is the whole Ramayana, and of that this is one verse that flew out of your mouth, but those details about Lord Ram's life that you don't yet know shall be revealed to you. Hmm? Whatever words you compose will be perfect and will truly glorify the stories of Lord Ram. So this is what Lord Brahma is saying, that your kirtan of Ram Leela, of Ram Katha, is perfect. So, who is the personification for such a kirtan, yeah, uh, form of devotion? Is Valmiki. And who is the proof for that? Brahmaji. Uh, and Brahmaji continued, for as long as mountains and rivers flourish on earth, the legend of Ram will flourish in this world. And for as long as Ramayana flourishes, the world will know and celebrate you along with Ramayana. Hmm? And after saying this, Brahmaji left, and then Valmiki's disciple began reciting the curse verse, and uh, Valmiki resolved, yes, I must begin writing Ramayana immediately in the same year. Yeah. Before he began, he wondered, why me? Why was I chosen to perform this most uh, fortunate task? What is so special about me that Brahma chose me? Huh? Just then, he turned toward the beauty of one who was been resident of his ashram. Uh, who is that? And then he was seeing that he saw Sita. Why he was chosen? Why he was chosen? Because in his ashram that time, Mother Sita was there. She was Sita. Yes, the very Sita who was Lord Ram's consort. She was the same Sita who was essence of Lord Ram's story. Uh, so Valmiki reasoned that Brahma had chosen him to write uh, Ramayana, possibly because Lord Ram had chosen his ashram to host Sita. See, so many connections that are related here. And we can also see in that way Ramayana is authentic. Valmiki Ramayana. Why? Because we see that the person who is involved in this, yeah, actually it is said Ramayana is what is the? It is a story of Rama. Who is that? Mother Sita. Huh? So in that way, the main personality in is being hosted by Valmiki Muni. And here, in that way, Lord Ram has arranged a setup such a way that Mother Sita is there. So, see, here Valmiki Muni had a guru like Narada Muni. He was empowered by Lord Brahma. He was also in his ashram is Mother Sita. What what else is required to have such a perfect um, means to write Sri Ramayana? Then Valmiki then played back all the events of his life. Then he had led to his becoming the sage. He took a deep breath, and his mind instantly transported him to a day in that past, where yeah, he was a hunter, and now see what he has become, a sage. In that way, yeah, we see that Ratnakar has a hunter has become a sage, and sage of Valmiki, sage of Ramayana, yeah, who has presented, who has glorified the katha, yeah. And we also know from Bhagavad Gita that Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. In that way, one who is um, understands my appearance and transcendental activities. हाँ? त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्मम नैति मे sorry, त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्मम नैति मे so Arjuna. So he's saying that one who leaves the body, who understands my pastimes and knows my leelas, they don't take birth again, which means perfection, back to Godhead. Yeah, I'll stop here. Hmm. So that is our today's session in Navabida Bhakti, where we were focusing on the Kirtan. And of course, if I would not touch Hanumanji, yeah, as this aspect, of course, Hanumanji we will see in every limb of devotional process. Hanumanji we can see how he contributed, how he served Lord Ramchandra. Here we see that the key role that Hanumanji played when he has narrated in Sundarakanda itself Ram Katha multiple times. Yeah, wherever there was a need to clear the doubts of anyone. Yeah, when we know that Hanumanji has, yeah, Sita was asking. How can I trust you? And then he narrated the whole katha. And the beauty of Hanumanji that is that he's expert kirtaniya. Huh? What is he doing? As per the need. Again, when we talk about even Hanumanji was also doing kirtan, I mean Ram Katha to Bharat when everyone is about to return or um, to whom? Yeah, oh, forgot to Vibhishan. Yeah, so in that way, Hanumanji has narrated Ramayana multiple times, and in that way he did kirtan of the glories of Lord Ram and the pastimes of Lord Ram. So definitely he is also a great kirtaniya. One can see that he has rendered great service. Not just only he had a great longing for what? A great longing for hearing the glories and pastimes and holy name of Lord Ram, but he also had um, great skill of exemplifying the greatness of Lord Ram that we see also presented by Valmiki Muni. Okay, that's it. Anyone want to share anything in this direction on this topic?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, yeah, for narrating the story of Lord Ramchandra. Many points, yeah, were cleared. So every time we hear, we got to know many new points. Yeah, and Prabhuji, so Valmiki, I've also heard that Valmiki ji got the vision or the power to see the past and future also and present from
Mm,
Brahma ji or from Narad Muni. Is it also right?
yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he also got to know about Lord Rama from Sita Mata, and
yeah.
also that he could also see.
That I didn't hear, that I didn't read. I'm just telling that he had a perfect setup. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I have not come across that he was personally taking an interview of Mother Sita to while he was compiling. Yeah. But just I mean, this point came to my mind that okay, when it is that Lord Ram has arranged such a way that his glories are written by Valmiki Muni. Yeah, and yeah, such a qualified servant of the Lord. Yeah, and he has also sent Mother Sita there. Yeah, so in that way we can see that a devotee or a disciple, yeah, both if they do not serve, yeah, how can they accomplish the service to the Lord? So in that way, yeah, so here Valmiki Muni, yeah, he's serving Mother Sita. Again we see that when we engage in service we can accomplish, we can please the Lord. So it is not just empowering by Lord Brahma and Narada Muni, because Valmiki also was serving Mother Sita. Yeah. But I don't know whether, yeah, he did he ask. That I was just thinking could be.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay. Thank you. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else want to share anything? No. If not, then thank you very much. So we have covered those two aspects or yeah, limbs of devotional process, Shravanam Kirtanam. Usually we see so many references glorifying the importance of Shravanam Kirtanam. Uh, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, Harer Nama, Harer Nama eva kevalam kalau nasti eva gatir anyatha. Yeah, so it's such a powerful message that if one engages in this Shravanam Kirtanam, and if we see the purport of yeah, Prabhupada, he mentions that yeah, In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting, yeah, kirtan of the holy name. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. So this is the essence. uh, so they're always disturbed by material conditions, and they're always mostly unfortunate under the circumstances. The performance of other processes such as yagna, dana, tapa, kriya, which is sacrifices, charity, and so on, are not at all possible. So that's why it's recommended to take up to this kirtan. Yeah. And yeah, so in that way we see that Valmiki Muni has presented this such a wonderful epic, uh, so that we can relish the kirtan of that. Yeah. And in Sri Rama Raksha Stotram, yeah, there is this Sri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Sri Rama Rama Bharatagraja Rama Rama Sri Rama Rama Rana Karkasa Rama Rama Sri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. So in that way we see that it's completely absorbed in the name of the Lord. Sri Rama is so powerful. Sri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami. Yeah, that we take the lotus feet of the Lord into our heart. Sri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Grahnami. Sri Ramachandra Charano Sirasa Namami. Sri Ramachandra Charano Sharanam Prapadhye. So in that way, the Lord and his lotus feet, hmm, are the means of deliverance from this Bhavasagar. So in that way, by engaging in Shravanam and Kirtanam of the Rama Leela from Valmiki Muni, Ramayana, one can be blessed. Of course, there are so many authors even before Valmiki. Even Hanumanji also has his own wonderful Ramayana. This Ramayana was so nice that Valmiki ji was literally crying, and he was thinking, "Oh, such a nice Ramayana! If if uh, if anyone hears, they will definitely not hear my Ramayana." Yeah? Knowing this, Hanumanji simply tore that what do you call leaves on which he has wrote his Ramayana, saying he wanted to grant the complete glory of Rama Katha Kirtan to Valmiki ji. And of course, there is also other versions before that also. It's I don't remember uh, some bird demigod has spoken the whole Ramayana to Garuda. Yeah. So in that way, the kirtan of Ram Katha has been there. All glories to such great personalities who have been singing the glories of Ram and his pastimes. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarabhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.